whatever we can do to protect it, including planting trees, we need to do that. The trees absorb stormwater runoff, one of the greatest polluters of the lagoon. Trees reduce ambient temperatures as the climate gets warmer. Just being underneath that tree is so refreshing. And they provide habitat for wildlife. New residents in these new developments deserve the benefit of living among trees. To hear a bird singing from their porch, to take a walk in their neighborhood under the shade of trees, to give children an appreciation of nature. Prior to the adoption of the new tree protection ordinance, there was no requirement whatsoever for the preservation of trees in new residential developments. Yes, there were landscaping requirements to plant those saplings, but no ordinances say you must preserve trees. But now tree canopy will be preserved on 15% of the area of residential developments. Trees will be planted on an additional 10% of the development. And these tree canopy areas will be permanently protected in the record books for generations to come, so that our grandchildren will be able to live among trees in Titusville. Again, thank you, Council and City Manager. I was expecting him to be here today, but I thank him, regardless of whether he's here or not. Another new ordinance will also provide more tree protections in Titusville. In October, a low-impact development ordinance was adopted by council. This is extremely important, and I'm not going to go into the details of it, but tell you this. Low-impact development utilizes stormwater management practices that reduce polluted discharge into the lagoon.
Just wait a minute.
I can only yell so loud.
Right, just wait.
Just hold.
One of these strategies is the maximization of protection of trees and native vegetation. So we'll look forward to seeing low-impact development strategies being utilized in our new developments. All right, Colin.
It's a helicopter.
In December 2020, our community suffered a 7.2 million gallon sewage spill, which emanated from under a pond at Sandpoint Park. The raw sewage filled 3 ponds before detection. Much of the sewage, thank goodness, was hauled away by the city for treatment, but an unknown quantity leaked into the lagoon. As a result of the tree team's urging, the city agreed to contract for 28 large native cedars and palms to be planted at Sandpoint Park to help absorb nutrients and to beautify the park. All right. To do our part, volunteers purchased and planted mangroves among the rocks along the lagoon shoreline in both Sandpoint Park and Marina Park. These mangroves absorb nutrients from the lagoon, stabilize the shoreline, and provide wildlife habitat. I hope all of you have seen the large trees that the city planted at Sandpoint Park. They're already 25 feet tall, and they're really a blessing to our city. Next, the city is undertaking the development of an urban forestry program for the planting and care of trees on publicly owned property. So we hope to see more trees planted in the parks and along the streets. A grant has been received for an assessment to maintain the current 37.5 citywide tree canopy. Many trees will need to be planted to help offset those trees removed by development. So I'm going to explain to you briefly. If you were in an airplane or a drone and you looked down and were able to take pictures of our city, the proper, what's all within the city limits, and you calculated it at present, approximately 37.5% of the land area is covered in tree canopy, and that's what makes our town so beautiful. That's what we want to continue to preserve. So, to get the ball rolling on an urban forestry program in December, volunteers organized and planted 115 bald cypress and live oak trees at Chain of Lakes Park. Some 30 volunteers from Keep Our Bar Beautiful, the Titusville Garden Club, the tree team, and others make quick work of it. And all 115 trees were planted in just 2 hours. I was amazed. These trees will reduce polluted discharge into the adjacent lagoon, provide shade for walkers and habitat for birds and wildlife. I want to give a call out. The trees were donated by the Pelican Island Audubon Society all the way down in Vero Beach and the Space Coast Audubon Society. Volunteers continue to water the trees twice weekly. Tree City USA communities that demonstrate high levels of tree care and community engagement can pursue a Tree City USA Growth Award. The Growth Award recognizes major milestones and activities that build sustainable community forestry programs. The city is considering pursuing a Tree City USA Growth Award at the urging of citizens. So I want to thank you again, city officials, civic organizations, and citizens for recognizing the value of trees and endeavoring to preserve and protect them for the benefit of our community. And thank you everyone here today for attending the event to celebrate trees. Thank you very much.